My name is Ahmad Washington. I am with the company called Movement Up, and we're based in Waco area, Central Texas, and that's our home spot. Movement Up began roughly it's been about three years ago. And the reason, the main purpose of Movement Up is to get in contact with young people, youth and young adults, and to try to engage them, equip them, inspire them, and motivate them to make positive choices as it relates to their academic life, their personal life, their goals for their future and stuff like that. So it's really a focus on youth and young adults and connecting with this younger generation so that we can ensure that we have a better tomorrow. There's a need for at-risk youth services because we live in a world where a lot of teens and young adults and even smaller kids, elementary school ages, are dealing with some very difficult situations in their homes, in their communities and neighborhoods in which they live, and just this world in general. And so we have a lot of families that are at risk. We have low, poverty rates. You have low education levels in many families, and so students, at-risk youth growing up in these environments they need to find some kind of outlet or something to say that you can rise above where you are by the choices that you make, and you can choose to be greater than anything that you've seen in your home, your neighborhood, or just around you in the little small piece of the world that you're living in. The most common problem that I come across with dealing with at-risk youth or trying to service them is that they struggle with trust. Being able to trust the adults in their life to protect them, to help them, to educate them in a way that helps them to find their own personal purpose. And so that struggle with trust, that's why one of the most important parts of Movement Up is the engagement piece, because engaging means to connect with whoever you're trying to engage with in a way that keeps you connected. And so one of those things that we utilize is really relationship building, trust building, showing that hey, I'm serious about servicing you and seeing you be the best that you were created to be. And when they see that somebody's investing in them like that, and they feel like, I can trust you to be there for me, I can trust you to be honest with me, even if honesty is gonna make me a little upset, I can trust that you're going to keep it real with me. And that's what it is. How Movement Up is able to relate to the youth is by the content that we provide. We make sure that we provide relevant content, which may include music. It may include me speaking and sharing my personal experiences of being an at-risk youth myself, growing up in a home where there was domestic violence as well as alcoholism, substance abuse was going on as well. The neighborhood that I was living in also had a lot of drug trafficking. And so there were a number of things that I'm able to relate with many students, and still I'm not so far removed from those experiences that it causes me to not be able to meet them on their level, and being able to speak the language of young people and being in tune with how they're talking and what the current language is, their current ways of communicating, because we have social media and all those things. And so utilizing that type of content with a powerful message that helps them to realize that, hey, you came from where I came from, and if you are college educated, if you have a bachelor's and a master's degree, if you're doing things that is positively impacting the world, man, maybe I can do that too. And so that's what we use is making sure that the content is real, is relevant, and it's respectful to the issues that are going on among teens today.